invite the last one, Eladrea. Are you there?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, right here. So, uh, let me 1 second. Let me
It would be lovely if you can say those lines.
1 second. Yeah. In Eladra, we have only two co-founders. It's me and Vadim. He's secure. We are different in our personalities. So I'm protagonist. He's more like commander, but we have like different roles in company. But anyway, we are separated between different directions of our work. So Vadim is more focused more on creative part of with graphics and our game quality. I'm focused on gameplay because previously I'm a game designer, game producer with experience, and so we separated our tasks between us, and we are working around 2 years of our project. So that's why during this time we find a lot of solutions how to work comfortable, how to go straight with our goals, and be focused. And we about 80% of different tasks that we need to close, we can do it together. Other parts are connected with our team and additional members. And of course, right now we are focused more for fundraising part for different collaborations and about our values, like company values. So, uh, like top five for us main points is creativity. We're trying to give our players and our community creative ways to play their favorite genre of games from the world of Web 2.0 in the Web 3 format. And we have developed a lot of solutions to make it easier for our users to start. Also, for us, very important is innovation part, and we create also different blockchain solutions that helps user to quickly start playing, and of course, different ways to play for a long time in our game, to reinvest in this game and stay with us for the next projects because we have some ideas how to save and keep their assets, game assets, and transfer to the next our projects. And also three additional points like excellence. We try to do our best to make the best results. Um, Perspective, like global perspective, because we need to cover as more users as we can, and we know that right now it's a possibility uh, to grab a lot of Web 2.0 audience to Web 3.0 projects, and we are trying to find different interesting solutions how to do this. Yes, and we have how it's said sustainability, resilience. So because during these 2 years we had a lot of course, different market problems. With problems with funds and other stuff, but we every time we find a way how to continue our project, how to find solutions, and how to go on with our ideas. Thank you.
Thank you. That's pretty cool. Okay, so Andy, can you share screen now and maybe we can start a class now?
Yeah, sure. Um, I may need to. Okay, give me a second. I may need to. Just now, it prompted me that I may need to take over the.
And if you have problem with sharing screen, also Carrie can share screen and just talk.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think. I think I can now. Everybody can see it now.
Yeah, I can see your screen now.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I can start with the business model, but I was thinking maybe for the benefit of everyone, can share a bit about my background first. Then we can go in, and then um, on my end, please feel free to interrupt me, anytime, because I think we can try to make it as interactive as we can. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So for myself, I'm I'm actually a programmer by training, and then I have worked in the defense, worked in high frequency trading. I have started a tech company, and then and then started other company, and then some of it I still own it. Some of it we sold off already. At the moment, I'm running like a family office, and then which is funded by our own money, and then also a crypto fund, a blockchain fund, where we trade as well as we invest into some uh, promising projects as well. I think one of our biggest investment is that we funded a layer one for the last 2 years, and then that was developed in collaboration together with the Singapore government, which is basically what more specifically is with the this research agency called A-Star, which is the research agency of the government, and then we funded that development. They put in some scientists, and then we also funded some engineers to come in and develop that chain together. And then going. I mean, having gone through a few cycles, I think I can try to share what I think will be potentially a good business model for blockchain companies, and then hopefully it'll be useful for you guys. And then yeah, so okay, so maybe we can go through the slides. Mhm. So in terms of the business models, I think typically I think there are four business models that we are looking at: an asset builder, service provider, technology creator, as well as a network orchestrator. So, well, in the blockchain space, I would see like DeFi projects as potentially asset builders, as well as being kind of a service provider. Yeah, and then of course uh, being assets builder or service provider. BECs may be cautious to invest because you know it, it depends on the kind of technology innovation that's involved. But if there's no, I think there's no obvious technology like innovation compared to the rest of the market. What what we will be see what we want to see is how I think how good is the team being how good is the team able to attract investments, attract people to come in to deploy their digital assets onto the platform. Yeah, so things like that. And then well, being the service provider, well, key thing is also efficiency and cost. And I think these are all things that plays a part in the business model, like how good you are at growing that business, keeping the cost low, and then uh, we are also assuming that the technology innovation may be minimal in this case. I think the expectation is a business that is well run and very little downtime, very little like bugs or issues happening there. I think this is what they want to say. And the other two will probably be technology creators as well as a network orchestrator. I really think that most of the projects here actually falls within these two groups. Yeah, creating new technology, and then whereby the margins are high because it's something new. So it's in that uh, there's they are basically creating a niche and then something that the other competitors do not have. So it those justify the higher margin. The well cost of thing is higher, but I would also think that the cost of development could be high as well because the new thing that you can't really copy the code from somewhere or have open source to relate to, and there's also a lot of research that goes into play as well, and then a lot of time the research, the trial and error, it's not factored in during the initial building of the company, and then those are actually things that cost a lot of time and stuff like that. Yeah, and network orchestrator, um, I think that network orchestrator, you're looking in blockchain side, you're looking at things like layer one, things like basically you have like a project or technology or protocol that helps other people to you know display their content. You're basically connecting content. You're connecting your uh, your users to this content as well. And then by content, of course, I mean like any dApps or stuff like that that's on the chain. Yeah. So um, yeah, of course. On this, right? While we're shifting the focus from industry to business model, I would think that because most of us we are actually developing something that is new, that is interesting. So even for the people here that is building DeFi or even GameFi side or even just purely games, um, we are actually also building. We may be in that industry, but actually we are doing something different from what is being so on that, right, the business model is actually very important because a lot of times I do see good technology unable to scale because the business model is actually doesn't make it profitable, as it scales. So um, well, this also includes like providing incentive to the right partners, to the team, to the users to come in and use. And of course, this is beyond just the technology. This is the whole business model as well to make sure it works and everybody get rewarded properly. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So uh, with the right business model, I think it actually goes across all the industries. I would think that for us, maybe more relevant would be the IT and yeah. So the point about the talking about the business model will be actually trying to find a scalable business model. So uh, I so there's cases whereby we actually um, like a business or a project that we actually we after a while we realized that it was very hard to scale because the business model maybe doesn't allow it to scale, and then by this with the from what we right is that the business could be very reliant on a person and on a person or a group of person or a certain operation, or it could be very reliant on a certain provider that or even bandwidth or stuff like that. So in that case, right, it remains a profitable business, but it's just not going to be a big business. Yeah. And I think for us, if we want to focus on scalable business, it's really business that I that we are looking at a big market, probably not just a big market, and as well as a business model that so if we do off the meat, right, and then people could actually come onto us and then build on it. Maybe if I were to share a recent example that we have seen is that we have like we so we have a project that we invested in, and then they focus a lot on developing the technology and the network, and then so with that, right, they are able to actually provide that network to game companies who, so these game companies, they or rather game platform companies who have millions of users, and then with that, right, the users coming in, the team, in terms of team size, they didn't need to increase a lot because most of the processing is actually already handled by the technology, so they didn't really need to increase a lot. And then they could actually allow the game company to plug in and then move their. So it was a Web2 game company, and then they could actually plug in and start to move their users over to the project. So with that, right, it means it's pretty scalable, and in terms of cost, it's yes, they need a bit more server, maybe they need a few more product managers. In overall, I think the revenue will be good. And then it's actually scalable. And then with that, right, by onboarding this first game company, it could be a good for the same company to onboard the next one. Yeah. So a lot of times I think we want to focus on scalable business. So in that way, especially if you guys are looking for investments or VC investments, I think that's what they want to see. Something scalable, and then we probably have to prove it at a small scale first, and then scale it up. So yeah, so I think using the traditional space as a example, I think we put together some companies that fall in the same bucket. So in this case, in the traditional space, we have IKEA, Uniqlo as asset builders. The very traditional, they build and sell items. We have like service provider like the banks, the audit firms. Yeah. I think in the blockchain space, we are talking about like audit companies. We are even talking about companies like Circuit and stuff like that. And then in terms of technology traders, so they are like SAP, Oracle. I think there are also other technologies like a lot of other technologies. Even I would even say like Microsoft and stuff like that. So yeah, but these are all network traders. I see that yeah, we see like Solitaire and other projects. So I think actually these are probably the companies that are at least highly scalable, because the company or the platform provides an environment whereby people can come in, they can create the content, and then at the same time, the company just focus on maintaining that platform and maintaining that the ease of use, the security. So on that can grow, and then getting users in as well. It's great product. Yeah. I said to the send to Google because I think it's cheapest model that is requires the less I would say the least innovation. It really relies a lot on efficiency and branding and stuff like that. Yeah. On our side, I think most of us do sit at the 11%, where even the one that is smaller, where we are the technology creator as well as the network. On this, right? On this note, I think business model scale differently. So I think in terms of the business model, the technology creators, although in some fields like pharmaceuticals and software as example. So on our on what I see is that we on our end, I would on our end, right, I would put like again like more focus on the network orchestrator because although it's like a least expensive to scale, and this expensive to scale, and the network contributes the content and the product. So, but there's one thing to note that it's probably will be the most expensive to build, and in terms of the time to burn, right, it will be really very long. Like I think like Amazon Cloud or even Amazon will take like many years. I think like maybe even 15 years before they finally turn the trick. But that's very extreme. For us, I think one point that I think I would say this session is that we need to be able to I think articulate our business model other than selling the business out well, we need to be able to share this business model and simple way to actually explain to VC that what the business model is about, because I think once the VC is able to catch the keyword on the business model, they will be better able to actually decide a valuation or put you into a framework that they can evaluate the company and then potentially invest into the company. Because when you guys are talking to VCs, there will be VCs that will probably only focus on investing into DeFi stuff, like asset models. There will be VCs that they want to invest in something that is a new technology. They wouldn't touch DeFi, or they want something new, something new. You have to have like even one feature that is innovative, that is new. There are some VCs that would want to invest into the network orchestrator, which is I think in our terms will be more like infrastructures. So I spoke to VCs that they would only look at infrastructure. They are not interested in any like games or GameFi or any other stuff, because they believe like they believe in that. So being able to early in the early days being able to define your models, I think will help you to actually identify the right VCs for your company. Yeah, and then more part on the scaling cost. Mm, so as you can see, in the last 40 years, I think according to S&P, the market cap, right, it's actually overtaken a lot by intangible assets. I think intangible assets actually refers to all the technology companies, like the top companies now, uh, mostly the tech, like yeah, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, and companies like that. So for us, I think all of us are developing a technology project or technology company. It's actually very good for us because it, it means that in terms of I think valuation or in terms of appetite, it's easier for us to actually convince people. And then structure as well. Talk about like internet, cloud services. It's different from the past. Like some of the projects that some of the technology that we want to build maybe 10 years ago, maybe it couldn't be done. Like for example, even from ourselves, we have a technology which is related to on-chain AI that we wanted to develop in 2018. But it was ahead of its time. So we couldn't develop that because back then, right, I think all the layer ones were basically like monolithic, and then it really couldn't support something like on-chain AI, like because the things like data, things like uh, training models, things like GPU, it's a bit hard to get everything onto a layer one that is monolithic. But over time, with now modular architecture, a lot of those things can be achieved. So it now, so that project now become achievable. So I think with improvement in like in infrastructure, also the other surrounding technologies, and also the appetite of the general public, being able to use the internet better, and nowadays understanding blockchain better. This The market cap moving to so-called intangible asset has become higher. Um, yeah. So yeah. So on this note, uh, higher share companies having few fixed assets and relatively fewer employees. I think this actually goes into probably you guys would have heard of it before, like companies like Uber is probably running the biggest transport, like consumer transport network, car network, and then but they don't really own the cars themselves, and then and they the, the drivers are not the employees as well. They mostly maintain the technology, they maintain the other issues like credits and stuff like that. But it's also under some wage, and then earn a fee, earn a fee in that, and then so I think over here we probably want to be focusing on like the creators market, whereby I think the most technology is being created on that these days. Yeah. Um. Yeah, and then for I so on this right, I do see like a big opportunity in the finance industry sector as well as the DeFi sector actually, because I think in many ways there are a lot of people that they do not get they are not able to get access to good financial investments, or they are not able to actually deploy the assets properly. And then I think uh, creators can help to solve this, can help to solve these problems. I yeah, I do have even I do see around me like people who have uh, significant assets, but they are not actually able to deploy properly because there are multiple reasons. It could be because their countries don't allow certain investment. They may be having some like some issues with trust with centralized systems. So yeah, so having creators to create solutions for people like them would be great. Yeah. Um, for the for I think for each company, there's always when we talk about capital, yeah, I think there are always like four types of capital. One is intellectual capital, where all of you are probably you have some IP that you have developed, and then you have a team of like a very smart people who who come up with great ideas and also think of problems and ways to solve them. So this intellectual capital it's intangible, but it's I think this actually often determines the success of the or failure of the company. Yeah. Network capital, they are people like your investors, your community, people that your potential customers. So some of us have built that up through social media. Some of them have built that up through offline methods. So this network capital is very important whereby we often need to form this network and also build out this network because normally this network takes a long time or takes some time to build up. Sometimes knowing just knowing a lot of people may not mean a strong network. It probably only means you have a big network. But a strong network is you need to have like people that you can turn to, that can support you, that can give you the right advice or the right who is going to use your product, who's going to support you, be it financially or be it through partnerships. So I think this network capital is super important for the success of the company. Business capital means cash. It basically means the long rate, the burn rate of whether your cash is able to last the burn rate of the company. In my opinion, I often feel that physical capital is important because if you have a strong IP, a strong good idea, you have a decent network, cash always will come because uh, investors will always they are always chasing after good projects. So now you make sure you are the the first two part is it's settled. I think cash will come easily. I feel sometimes we don't have to chase after cash too early. Yeah. And then for human capital is definitely the team, the employees, the talent that you are bringing, and how to continually bring this talent because I'm sure all of us have faced problem where you maybe have employees that they couldn't deliver what was promised, or you have employees that are so good that they decided to go off and do something else, or they could get paid by others. They could get coached by someone else. So I think when we are talking about human capital, we are also not just thinking about the quality of the human capital and also the incentives in the company and the culture of the company to keep them in a company and keep them in the same vision. So yeah, so for a company to succeed, yes, you need capital, but I think the capital can be put down into these parts. Yeah.
I'm sorry, do I have the right operator? How did you go there? For that secretary right off the cuff, I'm here with my secretary with that reputation that I value.
For one thing, right, it's setting up the business model. I feel that one very important thing is always the KPIs that to set in the firm. Because with the I think with the right KPIs, the it naturally provide the right incentive and the right culture. You know, because for me, I come from also largely a trading background. We, in our case, the KPI really is the quality of our trading. We basically translate to the P&L, you know, how much money that we are making and how much risk that we are taking. KPIs I think should be set for, let's say the company has business development guys, sales guys, marketing programmers, support people. The right KPI has to be set because this allows, I think, the leaders of the companies to be able to incentivize people correctly. Yeah, then you are able to retain as well as identify the performers in the company and put them in the position where they can influence the others. So I do see the KPI very important internally, as well as being able to set KPIs for the company. Like let's say for the low market that we set or design for the company will be the number of active orders, the transactions that we generated, the of our trade. And once we design this KPI as the success factor of the company, we are able to show partners, potential investors that this is KPIs that we are designing, and because these KPIs translate directly into profitability and sustainability of the chain. So with that, I think that gives investors a very clear way to quantify where their investment will end up. So I really feel that it's super important. Like I had since early on years ago, like when we first started the company, and then we get friends coming in, people who know coming in, and then they promise, it can be the case that they promise that I can do this for you, I can achieve that for you, I can bring this many users, I can build this up, but and back then last of 6 months, we faced a lot of trust, but over time we realized that the best way to run the company properly and also stress-free for the owners is actually having the right KPIs. Because once you have right KPI, yes, someone makes you a promise, and then you say, okay, based on the promise you have given, and then based on the targets that you yourself think you can do, we will set this KPI up. If you hit the KPI or you outperform the KPI, we're going to reward you with something that's going to change your life. But you should actually try to hit that KPI. I think all big companies and all successful companies set KPI internally and also externally, and also KPI for themselves so that they can show their investors and partners as well. Yeah. So I think this is very important, very important to me. In terms of legacy versus network company, legacy organization, I think such company, they are company that is extremely stable. Yeah, it could be like companies that have been around for like more than 20 years, or even some of them have been more than 50 or 100 years. Yeah, they focus a lot on internal because they are very stable, and a lot of times they also have the benefit of already a brand. The brand is already super well known. It could be even generational. So they can afford to grow very slowly. They market leaders and stuff like that. They sell their products. They focus on themselves a lot. Profit margin could be lower by them because if the company has been around for a long time, being a legacy, there are other similar or so-called copycat company around that actually they try to build the same thing, but often cannot hit the same level or the same standard as the original. But even so, that will definitely hurt the profit margin. So such company normally will have a smaller profit margin. Yeah, I think it's really hard for a legacy company to always maintain a profit margin. That's why I think a lot of companies they constantly try to import, try to acquire, to try so that they can keep their margins high. Yeah. I think network organization is where we want to probably focus on in our case. So I think that's where we are. It's exciting. We want to go quickly. We want to focus externally because we want to know. We want to stop the finish. We need to know that where the market is. Most of us being like a leader of the respective organization, the respective company, we should always be the leader should always be leading 6 months or 1 year or even years ahead. You should be seeing things that's ahead, rather and the rest of the team, they are the one that is leading the present. The leader often live in the future. So with that, right, I think you can go quickly, especially if you especially if you focus in the right direction. Yeah, and then with that, right, you can have like I would say a high profit margin, high multiple. I think for us, right, as personal experience, I think why so my organization we started we started in 2011. So back then we started off doing blockchain we were doing like more in these days we should probably call it more traditional concept. We were building like a trading application selling to the banks and brokers and stuff like that. We extended our capabilities to blockchain and crypto around 8 9 years ago. So back then we also started buying digital assets like Bitcoin and stuff like that. And then I remember that back then when we wanted to go in, the team was and the company was a bit apprehensive because I think 10 years ago blockchain or rather Bitcoin right, they will not seem as high as it is now. People associate it with like scams, like projects with a lot of issues. They think that it will go to zero one day. But for me, as a leader, I had to tell them that but it's still a risk that we should take. If it goes to zero, we will come and make the money again. But if it becomes a next big thing, we cannot afford to be in it because we are at heart someone at heart developers, people building technology, and then if we are not in it, right, I think if we don't have essays or we don't have a story to tell our children or our so we really need to be focusing on what is going what is the next thing, and then we have to take risks. And then with that, right, I think those things are the things that give you high profit margin, as well as a high multiple where you can actually use that to convince the right investor to come in. Yeah. I think these are really in our generation what blockchain provide us. Yeah. So in terms of the mindset, I think having the right value to bring to the customers, and even employees. I think these are very important to us. I think what I learned over the last few years also is um, how to engage customers and partners to co-create products. It's interlinked into a powerful approach. One key thing is that we actually feel that especially for new companies, a lot of times there's no need to actually go after a super big user base at the start. You know, at the start, I think sometimes it's worth it to focus in a very small user base. It could be as small as like 50 to 100 at the start, and then making sure that these people they use the product well, and also be very transparent to them that hey, this is something new and you guys are the first. And then there may be issues. We have tested everything. We are users ourselves, and then if there are any issues, we're right here. We'll be here to fix it. I think this transparency and building out that user experience is super important because these early users, they will be your advocates. Your advocates. They will actually help to talk about the products. They will share the product with their friends because they are a user, and because they are user, they see a lot of competition as well as I think they are also able to bring the right network. For our own case, to be honest, we hardly sell or even even promote anything that we don't use ourselves. Yeah, like if we invest or if we launch a DeFi platform, you'll be sure that our money will be in there. So we will use it. We'll go through a process. We will know that okay, you raise money and then we're able to get our money back. And then it's the right thing. And then so with that, right, in a way, when we start talking to people in our own network, they are often convinced because one of the questions will always come back like did you use it yourself? Are you yourself a user? And then often we make sure that we ourselves use it, and then the people around us use it, so they can be they can actually bring the next product use. I think this is very important before going into big scale marketing because once you go into big scale marketing, there's no turning back. the when users come in, they find a lot of issues. They may not come back again. So the core group has to be the group that's closer to you. Yeah. So um so I'm just wondering at this juncture I think I'm probably more than halfway through the session. Do anyone have any questions at the moment? Okay, if there's no question, carry on. Yeah. So I think for us, I think the every time we build something or we invest in something, we always try to do this like we try to see whether we have an advantage. Advantage means who may be our key partners, because key partners, they are the one that actually I would say help you to get your first users, help you to break even as fast as possible, and then they are very important because without these key partners, you could be building the technology that no you may not get enough users at the start, and break even could be really hard. Yeah, and then resources. So what are the resources you need to make your idea work? Resources I think is really connected with partner as well. So as I mentioned, I also feel that money is always a lesser important resource. This resource is really whether you have the people to build it, you have the right team, you have the initial group of users or users or clients that wants to use it as well. Yeah. And then I think in terms of channel, how are you going to reach the customers? Yeah. So this is super important because so many times we like even now actually there are some projects that we we are following closely. We haven't put in the money because they haven't answered that question of how are they going to reach the customers, because just building a website, getting handful of customers is not enough. I think they need a clear way, clear strategy on how to bring the leads, how to bring the traffic, how to convert that traffic into users. Yeah. Yeah. So I think with that, right, I I covered that this business model session. But actually I would I would really love to hear okay. So current currently I am just thinking out loud. Just thinking whether any projects have like something to share. Whether
Oh, okay. So that is the end of our class today, right, Andy? Hi, Andy. Did you finish?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes. I covered that session. Yeah.
Okay. So, have anyone have any questions about our class today? Okay. So, okay, Julie, I see your hands.
Yes, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I have a questions about the business model. When we talk about customer segments, what if we have like many customer segments? Do we need to focus on one segment for our value propositions? Yes, that's my
Yeah,
questions.
yeah, I think definitely at the start should focus on like one customer's segment, because that same customer segment, right, they will become the initial user and become the initial people that will start to share about the your technology and your project, your platform. So I think it's very important to form the initial one, because for most early stage company, the company size is actually limited. The number of people is limited. There's a million things to do. So if we try to go after too many, it will be a pain. Like well, I remember for myself when we launched our first tech company, we kind of say yes to any customer or any projects that wants, or rather any type of technology that was required. We try to make the customer happy, but we didn't have the focus until we finally identify a niche group. Identifying this niche group, right? I think it's also important to identify the DNA of the company. So for us, right, back then our identity of company is that most of us were from we are developers, and we're also developers in the financial trading space. So we found that the niche group of a customer that actually resonates mostly with us are traders from the buy side, which are traders from buy side. We can communicate the best to them, and then they identify very well to us as well because they see us as one of their kind. So they will actually use us versus bigger companies, more established companies because they really resonate with our identity. And then with that as a core group, they subsequently bring in other partners or companies that they may like or may not like us, but they have to come to us because the core group is already with us. And then from there, we could scale out a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So what if we have many customer segment and does it's necessary to create a different business model for each customer segment?
Well, I think that would be great. But the thing is that if you have the right resources and the right people to do it, it'll be great. But if you and the right people is not just hiring someone. I think you need to have you need to be able to find this right person very passionate about this business segment and this product to push. I think the more segments you have would be actually it may be counterproductive because one thing I always find that find the right person is always hard because the right person to come in to build that segment of the customer for you. Um, to recruit the right person is very challenging because you need to the person needs to come in, you need to work with the person for at least a couple of months, know that he or she has the right passion to actually push this. Normally it's easier when the founder himself identify the segment that he's best at and then just focus on that at the start.
Okay, I got it. Thank you for your sharing.
Okay, so anyone have any questions for our class today? Okay.
Sorry,
So-
did you have any questions so far? Anyone? So feel free to ask questions. So maybe not only for this model, but so maybe based on background of instructor today, you also can ask him question as well. He got background as a developer himself, also working a lot as a family office and a VC, and also currently building a new blockchain by 1 by 2. I think if you got any question, concern, feel free to do it. Utilize this moment to ask question.
anyone, just feel free to ask any question for Mr. Andy. Okay, so if we don't have anyone to ask any more questions, I will next to the skip last 5 minutes of us. Okay. Here is will be about our next week homework. Let me share screen again. Here is about next week homework. You have to present about the business model canvas in the middle. I add the link here. Okay, so and bonus, you can also create financial sheet cash flow for your project in the next 1 year. Okay, so everything I just add the link in this slide. So I will upload all the materials in our Courseware. Okay, so what do you need to know about our next class? Any feedback on the incubation program so far? Just raise your hand. Have you scheduled this week meeting with your advisor? We have this.
Okay, sorry, Kelly, can you show us what is the next class?
Okay. The next class would be about, let me check it, about building MVP. Okay.
Kelly, can you also say the screen with the courseware, plus also show the so the mirror link again?
Here is about the next class. We have some change here. So next class will be about building MVP with a speaker from Spain, from Spain. Okay, so as you can see here, is our courseware.
It should be on Monday next week. It's the same time as today.
Okay, and next we will have user research in Thursday, in Wednesday, and UX in Thursday. Here is about link of the mirror. I have asked, I have just mentioned before, as you can see here. You will have to do homework here and upload in our courseware.
So basically, the project got their own board. I see some names being duplicated here, but never mind. Feel free to take one that belongs to you and then fill in the information related to the Bismillah candidate here. And then next week, we will pick three of you to present about your Bismillah candidate in general. Have an understand more on what you're planning, which your challenging is, and so what is how you plan to, let's say, charge fee, get money from your customer.
Okay, so that you can upload or upload the homework on this. And the material I will upload after the meeting here. As you can see, Pavan Toto, do you have any feedback or questions about our class or incubation program?
Oh, yeah, just today, I think for business model, it's better for us if the instructors or advisors can analyze some practical case study instead of general theories or general approach. We expect to see some case study.
That would be done within your Bismillah canvas. And I already mentioned you got 30 minutes to book advisor, your own advisor in general. So use that 30 minutes to present again about the business model canvas or whatever the business model to talk with him about your current plan, your current business model so that he can or her can get feedback to you. Because we got like 40
Yeah.
people in the class.
Okay, I know that, but likely, um, in crypto space and Web3, or we know that many projects have not a sustainable or stable business model, right? Especially in the last bull cycles, like ICO or many GameFi or Web3 gaming in the last bull cycles, and they just die because this doesn't have the sustainable business model. So we expect the instructor and advisor can give some typical example of the case studies for a good business model and bad business model in crypto and Web3 space.
Cool.
So,
Thank
so
you for
that's
feedback.
yeah.
I think we can add it into the next class when we're talking about lightweights and we're talking about the design thinking. It's already there already some cases, practical cases for that classes already. But for this one, we haven't planned it yet because in this class we more on for you guys to get to know this model and then also put your own thought on your own business model with the canvas, and then later on you will chance to present it to the advisor later on. But thank you for feedback. We will put it into our consideration for the next topic within the next classes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, Kelly, can you share your screen again?
I think you're mute.
Sorry. So again, I strongly recommend you guys to book the meeting with advisor now because we already on Thursday and so far. For I'm not sure about the other advisor, but I only got one meeting slot from Elaria. So I strongly recommend you guys to do it again. Kelly, can you show me the courseware where I assign the advisor to the to the project? Okay, as you might see here, for me, I will take care of Voxel games, Estate, project for project 14 is my just name it. Seeing working with the last guy on the paperwork to get him on board, and then Elaria will be the last one from my side. For Lozendo, we got Clan Studio, Scholar Chain, Wayland, Hovers. For Zeno, we got VM Square, Octane, Freaking Network. From Irina, Zeno mean Andy, our instructor for today. For Irina, we got Searchpad, AdPlanet, and Expert. We are currently in talk with another 2 advisors to be on board, working with the paper and signing. If they on board, then we will move more project to his or her general. So ideally, we believe that one advisor should only advise 2 to 3 projects. But as you may know, we we are very busy at the moment, all the time. So it should be the best is like each advisor can only advise like 2 to 3 projects to obviously make calendar available for you guys at least like 30 minutes per week. So strongly recommend you guys to do it. For Andy, he working currently with his assistant. His assistant go sorry. She is going to arrange calendar for Andy for the project within this week. I believe Kelly will also help out with that aspect because we have no calendar of Andy at the moment. Okay, back to slide again. So for the as you may know, we are going to have the part 1 demo days happens on June 7th at the site event of GM Vietnam in Ho Chi Minh City. I already talked and we select 3 projects from our current batch to be on that demo day. The first one would be Play Studio. The second one would be Octane 190. The third one would be Elaria. For Octane and 190, they will fly to Ho Chi Minh City to attend the event offline. For Elaria, they will be we will present online. There will also be one project from our batch O2, which is just going to be there offline as well. And another 3 to 4 slots we open for other project, like potential project within the industry to join on that demo day part 1. Also, I'm in talk with some project at the moment, Voxel and Epstead, if they will be able to make it to offline from GM Vietnam. If they be able to do so, we can also arrange some pitching slot for them as well. So this is everything I would like to remind you a bit after class today. Is there any further question so far regarding classes for next week regarding GM Vietnam Demo Day Part 1 regarding the meeting schedule with advisor. Okay. If not, then I let the stage back to Kelly for her to closing the class for today.
Okay, so thank you, Eric. Thank you, Andy, for joining with us today, and thank you all the project has joined here. So that is the end of this class. Don't forget to join our class next week on Monday. Thank you a lot for joining our class today. If you have any questions, just send.
Thank you, Andy. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you. Bye bye.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye. See you guys.
Bye. See you guys. Thank you.